The second biggest scam in the world is the pizza industry. Most people think flipping dough and baking pizzas is where the money is, but the real secret to getting rich is way more genius than you can imagine. A billionaire from Naples named Diavolo decided to test his 4 kids on their 18th birthdays. He handed each of them a $100,000 check and said, "This is your adult gift, but it's also a trial. Go start a pizza business for 1 month. Whoever makes the most profit proves they have what it takes to run my empire." The 4 of them took the cash and went their separate ways. Mista, the oldest, did it the honest way. He rented a small shop downtown, bought ovens, refrigerators, and a secret recipe. He hired 3 people, a chef, a cashier, and a delivery guy. Mista was at the shop by 6 a.m. every day, checking ingredients, managing apps, and helping out during the lunch and dinner rushes. After closing, he stayed up past midnight doing books and ordering stock. He sold pizzas for $12 each. He thought he'd make a killing, but once he subtracted rent, wages, ingredients, and the massive cuts taken by delivery apps, his profit was almost zero. In fact, after selling over 1,500 pizzas, he actually lost a few $1,000s. He was working 12-hour days with zero rest, completely burned out. Trish Una, the second child, watched her brother killing himself and thought, "I want to make money selling pizza, so why do I have to make the pizza?" She didn't open a shop. Instead, she found several struggling pizza places and struck a deal. She would bring them orders, and for every pizza sold, she'd take a $2 cut. She used her $100,000 for local advertising and hired 2 part-time drivers. By the end of the month, Trish Una made $12,000. Same starting cash, but 4 times the profit, without ever touching the dough. Bruno Bucciarati, the third son, saw Trish Una's move and got even more ambitious. He went straight to food manufacturers, chain restaurants, and corporate cafeterias that need massive amounts of frozen pizza every day. His pitch was simple. "I can supply you long-term at 10% below market price, but we need a contract and a 30% upfront deposit." They were worried he'd take the money and run, so Bruno Bucciarati used his father's reputation as collateral. He collected over $500,000 in deposits. He used that money to hire a frozen pizza factory for OEM production using Mista's secret recipe. By the end of the month, Bruno Bucciarati cleared over $120,000. He figured out that reputation and connections are the real capital. Giorno Giovanna, the youngest, saw them all diving into the pizza trade and thought differently. "They're all fighting over the same slice of pizza. I need to change the game." He didn't buy a single pizza. He spent the first week doing research, running between pizza shops, suppliers, and distribution centers until he mastered the entire industry logic. Then he built a simple app connecting pizza suppliers directly with local restaurants and grocery stores. No middlemen. Suppliers sold for more, and shops bought for less. He took a 6% commission on every transaction. He spent his $100,000 on marketing, development, and 2 sales reps. Within 3 weeks, 50 suppliers and 150 buyers were on the platform, doing hundreds of deals a day. But Giorno Giovanna didn't stop. He realized these restaurants needed supplies every day: flour, cheese, sauce, boxes. So he partnered with ingredient wholesalers. If a restaurant bought supplies through his link, he'd get a 5% referral fee. He even noticed delivery trucks running back and forth, so he cut a deal with a local fuel company for exclusive discounts for his members, taking a 3% cut of every gallon sold. Giorno Giovanna's total profit for the month? $80,000 from commissions, $40,000 from supply referrals, and $20,000 from fuel deals. A total of $140,000 net profit without ever making a single pizza. Giorno Giovanna mastered a truth most people never learn. The most powerful thing in this world isn't money or power. It's your mindset. Making money is about catching the right moment and seeing the bigger picture. It's not about grinding your entire life away. A powerful mindset creates a powerful person. High achievers teach their kids strategy, human nature, and street smarts from day one. Why? Because they understand something. This world is a giant jungle, and there are predators everywhere. If you only focus on survival while keeping a poor mindset, the damage you do to yourself will be far worse than anything an outsider could ever do to you. So please, stop only teaching your kids to be obedient and hardworking. You're destroying their future. If I could go back and walk my child through elementary school again, I wouldn't spend a single dollar on piano classes or art classes. For families like ours, the real skill that guarantees a smoother life is social intelligence and strategy. If you want to raise a sharp kid who actually knows how the real world works, I recommend this set. Before they turn 15, kids who read this become surprisingly sharp. Just leave it on their desk. They'll end up sneaking it away and finishing it on their own. After reading it, they'll know what to do if someone falsely accuses them. They'll know how to ask a teacher for help and resolve conflicts with friends the smart way. They'll learn how to use other people's strengths to get things done. This series teaches life lessons and emotional intelligence through comics. The wisdom inside is powerful enough to stay useful even in college. These are lessons most people only understand after life has already hit them hard. Every chapter is a comic story kids actually enjoy reading. Let your child learn real-world street smarts through comics before they hit a wall later in life. Click the orange shopping cart below and check out this set.